Tony Allen, and the green is back on.
Tony Allen, the hot man is
Tony Allen.
Right.
It's game time. Here's Mike and Tommy.
All right, Tony, thanks very much. We're just about set to go here at the TD Bank North Garden. Let's take a look right now. Southwest Airlines starting lineup for tonight's game. Rondo and Tony Allen, the backcourt for Boston. Perk, KG, and Pierce will be along the front line for head coach Doc Rivers. Only game at home this week before the Celtics head down to New Jersey and Washington for a little weekend road trip. On the other side, for Charlotte tonight, again, they come in off a very impressive win last night in New Jersey. Emeka Okafor, former UConn star, in the middle. Richardson, who came over from Golden State in the offseason. Wallace, McGinnis, and Felton. They really have 2 point guards out there. Sam Vincent, former Celtic, 12 wins and 21 losses right now in his first year as a head coach. Let's go to our TCU sideline guy, Greg Dixon.
Mike, you mentioned that Ray Allen out of the lineup tonight because of the pinched nerve in his neck. There is good news. He woke up this morning feeling great, much better than yesterday. As a matter of fact, Doc Rivers telling me before the game that had this been a playoff game, we would have seen Ray in the lineup. That wasn't necessarily going to be the case yesterday. Also, CAT scan that he had yesterday was clear. The numbness that he had in his fingers are gone as well. As long as everything goes well in practice tomorrow, we should expect him in the lineup Friday against New Jersey.
All right. Kept alive by Okafor and out of bounds last touched by Okafor, so it comes back Boston's way. No harm done first 2 possessions.
Well, Michael Jordan has attended a practice and then attended a session in the locker room for this team a couple of days ago and seems to have invigorated it. And as a consequence, everybody's feeling pretty good about themselves.
Kevin Garnett is called with an early, I'm not sure what. That was
weak.
Oh gosh, that was not
That was very weak.
That was incredible is what it was. It came from a veteran official too. All right. 40 seconds gone. Garnett in serious foul trouble with 1. Okafor.
He walked.
Go right back to him again. He turns with the left hand and doesn't even catch any iron. Rondo is there.
That was great defense by Perk. Really got a body on him.
KG is going to go aggressively on this end. Loops it down inside for Perk. Perk gathers for 2.
Well, Garnett in the good hands of Perk pay off. Good pass, good look by Kevin.
Boy, how much do you think Kendrick Perkins likes playing with Kevin Garnett? Huh? I bet you he's got assists on half of Perk's baskets this year. Good hands by Rondo there. The deflection, though, got lucky. Came right to Okafor, and he got 2. Tony Allen trying to work at McGinnis, just powers him to the basket.
Yeah, that's a good matchup for Celtics to work. McGinnis is not going to be able to handle Tony Allen down on the box.
11 straight road losses for this Bobcat team. They had lost 7 of 8 before the win last night, but they were right there. They keep losing games down the stretch. It's usually the sign of a team that's close to turning the corner. They certainly have some good young talent on this basketball team. Pierce is defended by Richardson. Garnett stays with it. Gets 2 and a foul.
Well, this is the bread and butter, what the Celtics can do against this team. Get it inside and make them pay. And that's a nice offensive rebound. That's Kevin Garnett hanging tough, as we say.
Numbers for Kevin this season through 32 games, 19 and 10. Averages 25 and 15 in 7 career games against Charlotte. And there are the 2 injured guys, Big Baby and the very dapper Ray Allen.
Well, Tony Allen's going to take Felton right now and try and stay with him because they don't want him to penetrate.
That's Richardson's shot. That's Wallace keeping it alive. KG got a hand on the pass after Wallace took the rebound away, and here comes Rondo. Rondo gets a nice screen, gives it up to Garnett, who will take it and make it.
Nice play, came off the double pick, drew the entire defense down below the free throw line. That left Garnett wide open.
KG a quick 2 for 3 to open the game. Boston up by 3 with about 3 minutes gone. Okafor again squaring on Perkins. First, some nice defense there, and the rebound to Pierce.
Yeah, left hand up on the right-hand shooter.
Garnett running the floor. He had a pretty good spot. Now he'll take his little follow-in.
Yeah, and Wallace ended up having to pick him up, so the up quick paid dividends, created the mismatch.
Garnett could have a big night here, and Sam Vincent's going to take an early 22nd timeout as the Celtics have opened up a 9-4 lead. Kevin Garnett has scored the last 7 points, and let's take a look at our Subaru key matchup, and there he is. KG averaging 19 a game, Wallace right at 20. Garnett, one of the better field goal percentage shooters in the league. 10 rebounds and 1.6 steals to 2.0 for Wallace. Wallace, a player that Kevin Garnett has singled out in conversation as a guy who he thinks is a very, very good player. And I've always thought Gerald Wallace would be a great Celtic. He just plays hard on both ends of the floor all the time.
Yeah, he goes to the rim, and he goes, and he's fearless, and that's what makes him. He'd be getting Tommy points all over the place.
He would be. Let's take a look at tonight's Honeydew List, brought to you by Honeydew Donuts. Come try our Mocha Madness, a delicious blend of chocolate and our fantastic Honeydew coffee. There you go.
Well, continue to dominate the boards. The inside game could be very productive. Stop the three. Charlotte 8 for 11 versus the Celtics in their meeting earlier in the year.
Wallace, the nice dish inside, and Okafor cleans up. That was our Honeydew List, brought to you by Honeydew Donuts. Felt now defending, and Pierce loses the handle, comes right to Perk, but an offensive foul is going to be whistled on Pierce. It was Wallace taking the charge. So Pierce and Garnett have one apiece.
Well, let's take a look as you be the judge.
Doc thought that was a travel that initiated that move by Wallace.
Well, it sure was.
Bobcats back to within 1. Pierce gets free on the baseline, too hard. Perk is there, got stripped. Felton. Wallace calling for the ball. Pierce there defending. Guinness misses the straightaway jumper, and Pierce has got the rebound. Second rebound of the night for Pierce. Still looking for his first points. Goes to Garnett. Perk is calling for the ball down low. He had Wallace. And that's going to be a foul on Jeff McGinnis. So Rondo will be at the line for a couple.
Jeff McGinnis, that's his first personal, second team foul. Rajon Rondo at the line, shooting 2.
Well,
50% shooting.
This Charlotte team has got 2 point guards in there, so Tony Allen and Rondo right now going to be very, very important to try and keep their offense going. They have mismatches, and Rondo's got a speed matchup against McGinnis.
Rondo knocks down the jumper after missing the free throw off the Garnett rebound. Rajon has struggled in the last couple of games, just 3 for 16 from the field in the last 2 games. Eight on the shot clock. Richardson. And Pierce picks up his second foul. So 5.5 minutes into this game, Paul Pierce has picked up 2, and that's going to get James Posey off the bench.
Yeah, watch Pierce right here as Wallace puts his
That's what Pierce does to people.
Yeah, Richardson underneath the arm of Pierce.
So Pierce will sit down. I thought, Tommy, you know, and I told Paul this after the game, I thought Paul played really one of the 5 best games I've ever seen him play Saturday night in Detroit.
Well, he's always wanted to be a leader, and with the group that he has out here, he feels comfortable being a leader. And he has great trust in his teammates, something that took a long time for him to develop with the prior teams because they were so young.
He did everything the other night in Detroit, including defending. Rondo gets a screen from Garnett. Inside Perkins through his hands, and that is the 4th Boston turnover here in the first 5.5 minutes. Charlotte, though, so far has only converted for 2 points. Felt. Garnett once again with the rebound. He's got 3 already in the game. Halfway through this first quarter, Rondo short.
Good shot, however. That's the shot that if he starts making that, will make him a 20-point-a-game guy.
Something in the scouting report here told the Bobcats to go at Perkins with Okafor. That really surprises me. They've gone there a lot early in this game.
Well, Okafor had a great game, and they want to develop the inside game. And it's not so much the scouting report.
KG goes after it. Okafor comes away with it. Richardson. Shoot. So the Bobcats once again just kind of hanging around here down 2 after the Celtics got up 9-4 and come back well off that timeout from Sam Vincent. Garnett inside finds Posey. Tipped home.
Good inside play. They're playing a zone and they get it in the middle, and that destroys the zone.
When KG got that ball, what, 8-9 feet from the basket, and he immediately looked for somebody 4 feet from the basket.
Yeah, but he was facing the basket when he got the ball, so that he didn't lose any time looking for the man.
No,
he saw him on the catch.
Long without attempted to turn around.
Yeah. Had a clean look at it that time.
Again, Wallace is looking for an angle. They go to Okafor, and then Rondo catching on. Rondo, Tony, Garnett. Nice hustle by Garnett. He proved to be the difference.
Yeah, when your big guy gets up the floor like that, that's such a plus.
9 points, 3 rebounds already for Garnett, 8 minutes into the game. Felt along the baseline, got in trouble. Here comes Rondo. Rondo keeps going to the basket, gets 2.
Yeah, right around. I think it was Felton just stepped right around him and Felton let him go.
Sam Vincent wants a timeout, and he will get it. Vincent using his timeouts here to try to keep this close, but Kevin Garnett is off to the quick start. He is 4 of 7 from the field. He's got 9 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And we're only 8.5 minutes into the game. We're back in a 6-point game. Boston's on top here with 3:32 to go in the first quarter. Modell Sporting Goods, the official sporting goods store of the Boston Celtics, is offering you the chance of a lifetime to be an honorary Celtic ball kid for a game. Now, this experience includes an autographed Celtic basketball, assisting NBA players during warm-ups, a Celtics Modell's t-shirt, and 2 premium tickets to the game for additional guests. Now, stop by your local Modell Sporting Goods store today and enter for your chance to win this great experience for the January 31st game against Dallas. You must be between the ages of 12 and 18. 15 to qualify. Let's check in with our DCU sideline reporter, Greg Dickerson.
Mike, you mentioned earlier on how big of a fan Kevin Garnett is of Gerald Wallace. Don't forget, we didn't see Wallace down in Charlotte in November. KG says about Wallace, he's one of the few guys in the NBA who plays on both ends. He adds, he's simply one of the best one-on-one defenders in the league. Doc Rivers said before the game, he's an athlete that's gotten better in his skill, where now his skill pretty much stands out more than his athleticism. That athleticism really helps him running up and down the floor. Second in the league in individual fast break points. We'll see the #1 guy in the league in Richard Jefferson on Friday.
That's a great observation by Doc, Greg, about the skill improvement, because when Gerald Wallace did first come into this league, he just was such a superior athlete. You didn't even notice whether he was a good or bad basketball player. He just was so athletic. He gets your attention. Now he's a solid basketball player as well. Richardson.
Well, that kid can shoot.
Yeah, he can.
Always, since the first time we saw him out in Oakland, he's been knocking down those jumpers.
Brian Scalabrine getting some early minutes here. Rondo with a nice catch of the high pass. Tony Allen kicks it out to Posey. 7 on the shot clock. Rondo to the basket.
Yeah, right around Carroll. And the big guy not really going after the block. That was Muhammad.
Posey, the good defense on Richardson. Richardson, the up and under. Bobcats within 4. Shooting 50% for the game. Rondo continues to go to the basket.
Yeah, he's just destroying their point guards right now, and nobody's helping out on his penetration.
Matt Carroll into the game, gets his first touch. Now Felton, top of the key. Uses the Mohammed screen, tries to beat Rondo to the basket, and Rondo will be whistled for the foul. And we're going to get ourselves a timeout. 1:59 left to go, first quarter here at the TD Bank North Garden. Celtics by 6 on Comcast Sportsnet. Back in a 6-point game, 1:59 to go here in the first. The Road to Perfection premieres tonight after Celtics postgame live. And Michael Felger is back in the studio with a preview.
Thanks, Mike. What we've got is The Road to Perfection, an hour-long Patriots special tonight after the Celtics postgame show. Christian Fourier, former Patriots tight end, joins me in studio. We get a report from Jacksonville, plus we talk to Don Banks, Tommy Curran, Michael Holley. I go one-on-one with the Patriot down in Foxborough. It's good stuff. The Road to Perfection tonight after Celtics postgame. Michael, back to you.
Well, we're going to see Rondo, who's come alive, has 9 points, 4 for 5 from the field, and has just done a remarkable job of turning people. Watch this, goes right by McGinnis, and McGinnis was expecting help. See you later, no help there. Carroll gets no help, and Rondo is getting clean to the rim. Now watch this. Muhammad tried to block the shot, not quite quick enough.
9 points in the first 10 minutes of the game for Rondo, who had only 12 points in a career 77 minutes against Charlotte. He's figured them out. Scalabrine out there defending Wallace. 3 on the shot clock. I don't think Wallace knew it. Carroll's got to shoot. Carroll had no idea how much time on the shot clock. You expect veteran players to know how much time is on the
You would
shot
think.
Scala sets a pick. Now Garnett sets another one. Rondo again to the rim. This time it doesn't go. Rebound taken off by Muhammad, and he gets it to Felton. Felton in the paint. Posey runs him off it. Strong move to the bucket by Richardson again. Richardson 4 of 6, 8 points in the game. Scott Pollard's going to come in here in a moment. Minute 15 left to go here first quarter.
Well, they got to look for Tony Allen here, don't they?
Out of the pack comes Richardson. Crossover spin, throws up a prayer, hoping to get the foul, doesn't get it. Stays down at the other end. Rondo, Tony Allen gets the bump and the foul from Felton.
Well, this is good, right into the middle, and there's Rondo drawing the as many people as he could, and there's the bump by Felton underneath. And now they're over cajoling. Felton, arms around the official, explaining how he hit him.
Here are the numbers for Tony Allen in 3 games as a starter. Over the last 5, he's averaging in double figures and shooting 50%. Tonight's Celtic game brought to you by Legal Seafoods. Remember, if it isn't fresh, it isn't legal. Ryan Hollins, youngster out of UCLA, is coming into the game, and Wallace will sit down here as both coaches are trying to get their better players and extend the rest around the quarters. As I mentioned, Kevin Garnett's gone to the Boston bench. Pollard in. Tony makes his free throws. Boston's lead is 6. Garnett sits down with 9 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Posey now ends up on Carroll. Tony Allen is chasing Richardson. Muhammad across the lane.
That kid has got some shots down there, and he's got some range too, 15, 18 feet.
Yeah, he's got some bulk too.
Does he just do this against us, or?
No, you're right though. He's wandered around the league here. Played for a bunch of teams. About a 4-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Rondo takes it right at his guy, throws it up too hard off the glass. Carroll gets it quickly. McGinnis will get it off. And Boston's lead will be 4 at the end of 1. So Charlotte, very stubborn down in Carolina when the Celtics met them earlier this year, are the exact same team as we see them here tonight. It's a 4-point game after 1, 24-20. You're watching the Celtics on Bobcats Sportsnet. An unseasonable day here, an unseasonable night in the city of Boston. Nice look at the Boston Public Library. Pretty mild outside for this time of year. Inside, the Celtics and Charlotte going in. Boston's got a 4-point lead at 24-20. TD Bank North and the Boston Celtics would like to welcome the Youth Development Organization from Lawrence, Massachusetts, as the TD Bank North Kids Clubhouse guest for tonight's game. TD Bank North going above and beyond for kids in all our communities. Transportation to the games provided by Limos by Liz. Let's take a look at the quarter stats. They're brought to you by aceticket.com, Boston's best seats. You want the best seats in Boston for all sports, concert, and theater events? Call aceticket.com at 1-800-MY-SEATS. 50% shooting for Charlotte, unusual. Boston holding people below 40% in this building all year long. Richardson, not that time.
Boy, Tony, right on his shooting hand, knew he was going to turn, had that left hand up, and really bothered the rhythm of that shot.
And Carroll defending Posey. Hollins waving a finger or two at Tony Allen, who shoots right over him and buries it.
Yeah.
What was that little defense by Hollins?
That was magic. He was trying his magic trick.
He was trying to put a hex on him or something there. I don't know what that was. It wasn't very effective. Charlotte going big, playing Hollins and Muhammad together. Carroll misses his bread and butter shot, and here comes Eddie House the other way. Boston up by 6. A little over a minute gone, second quarter. Tony Allen again matched up with Richardson, trying to beat him off the dribble. Sends it back out to Pollard. McGinnis trying to stay in touch with Eddie House. Back to Scal. He's got an opening. Short with it, and it's out of bounds. I think it's off Richardson. It is. Boston will have 3 on the shot clock.
Well, Scals, as you know, has not played an awful lot, so don't expect too much from him. They got to get into a little bit of a rhythm, and he has not had the opportunity to develop that rhythm.
It's actually, you know, I mentioned it was an unseasonably warm day here, which it was, but it's cool in this building tonight. You can see Scal blowing on his hands, and apparently he needs to blow a little more. Foul is on James Posey. First team foul on the Celtics here, 1 minute and 27 seconds into the second quarter.
You know, I watched before the game started, the drills they go through, and they really had Posey going through some really rigorous conditioning drills. And normally you don't see that. You know, for a guy like Posey.
No, absolutely. That was a heat check by Nazir Mohammed right there, and he gets it back and gets 2.
You can't let that happen. There were 3 Celtics there, and 3 of them were fighting each other for the ball.
Nazir was 7 of 8 last night, and his first shot tonight. Posey, Scal again. There you go.
There you go. Got those fingers warmed up a little bit.
That's first field goal for Scal since December 16th. Now, we had only taken 5 shots between then and now. Let's take another look at it.
Well, there's the kick out the Scals, 18-footer, straight in look. Didn't let those 2 air balls dissuade him whatsoever, which is what you're supposed to do. Play on, they say. Play on.
Eddie House. Matt Carroll in there for the rebound. Guinness. Into the game comes Wallace, and Richardson will sit down. Richardson to the bench with 8 points on 4 of 8 shooting. Carroll curls, gives it back up to McGinnis. McGinnis. Rebound tips right to McGinnis.
Well, there's Eddie House and Pollard fighting for the rebound again. They had the rebound and gave it up.
Good defense by Tony Allen, and Carroll swallowed up there on the sidelines. McGinnis still out in half court with 9 in the shot clock. Collins in all sorts of trouble. Good defensive trip by the Celtics. Eddie House throws it out to Scal, fakes it, gets it back to House. Eddie for 3. Nice job by Brian Scalabrine.
Yeah, under control. When he first came here, he was trying to finish everything off at the rim. This time he drew the defense in and found the open shooter.
Celtics have opened up their largest lead with 8:36 to go in the half. Back in a 9-point game, 8:36 to go here in the half. It's time for the Gatorade heard round the cooler. Craig, what are you hearing?
I'm hearing that Paul Pierce thinks he has no chance of getting voted on to this year's All-Star team by the fans. He says, well, with KG and LeBron James ahead of me, listen, I got no chance. Chris Bosh thinks he has a chance, so much so that he put together this video that would probably make any one of the candidates for president blush. Here's Chris Bosh from his website as he pleads to go to the All-Star game in New Orleans.
Hurry up, folks, because time is almost up and these things are moving fast. Make sure you get one of these ballots. Punch in my name, Chris Bosh. Or you can go to NBA.com. Hey, even better yet, you can go to my website, chris-bosh.com, and vote for me today. I'll see you in New Orleans.
The video lasts a little over a minute. It's one of the funniest things. If you haven't seen the whole video, it's one of the funniest things I've seen an NBA player do. It's very, very well done. How's it working? Right now, Bosh is 3rd in voting for forwards. Paul Pierce is 4th. Final chance to vote comes up January 20th, and we'll get the latest results tomorrow. We'll see exactly whether this online video has pushed him into the top 2.
I've seen the whole thing. It's pretty funny. You're right. Vote early, vote often. Loose ball out of the pack comes Posey. Eddie House being tracked by McGinnis. Okafor is back in the game. He's on Pollard. Eddie House looks. Rebound taken away by Mohammed.
Well, he had to look to see if he was inbounds, and that destroyed the rhythm of that shot because he's such a quick shooter. He usually catches and sights the basket on the catch.
Paul Pierce, Kendrick Perkins are going to come back in. Pierce early to the bench tonight if you tuned in late because of foul trouble. And Tony Allen is called for a bump on Carroll. Here's a look at the All-Star balloting for Eastern Conference forwards. Kevin Garnett leaving all vote getters. LeBron James right there at 1,000,003. And then it's Bosh at 411,000 and Pierce at 300. and 52,000. So it's catchable for Pierce. And then remember, you can vote as many times as you want on this. You got nothing to do someday. Sit there and keep banging away.
Well, that's ludicrous that Paul Pierce isn't up there.
Well, those other guys are good. I mean, Bosch is good. It's not like he's bad. It's not like Shaq's up there.
Well, there's the good block by 2 of the Celtics. And then there's Muhammad once again. So Nazi is not getting blocked out as people are going for blocks. And he's taking advantage. That's 2 offensive rebounds he's converted into baskets. And until he showed up, the Celtics had a commanding lead in rebounds.
Eddie House just kept on going and knocked down the jumper.
I'll tell you, McGinnis hasn't played 1 inch of defense yet. Not an inch, I tell you.
He's living up to his number. 0. Mohammed gives it back up to Wallace. 6 on the shot clock. Offensive foul. Scott Pollard doing a nice job stepping in.
Yeah, he read the whole play. That was a smart play by Pollard. Little pick and roll. There he goes, and there's Pollard immediately making the move to position up before Muhammad even caught the ball.
Big smile on Scott's face. He liked that. Scott, one of those players who knows exactly what is expected of him. He'll go out and do it. House back to Garnett. Okafor there defending. KG will take it. Rebound ripped off by Jason Richardson back in the game.
And Perk was being held down by Wallace right in front of the official.
It's Richardson, Wallace, McGinnis, Okafor, and Felton, and tipped out of bounds there by Tony Allen. Here's a look at the All-Star balloting in the guard position, and Ray Allen, as you can see, right there in 3rd place behind Dwayne Wade and Jason Kidd.
And how does Gilbert Arenas get any votes? He hasn't even played.
Played in a while, that's for sure. Did you vote? Have you voted?
Nope.
You gonna vote?
Yep.
Eddie House.
Yeah, and McGinnis is Velcroed into the pick again. And he keeps looking at everybody like, why don't you pick my man up?
Celtics bench continues to play solid basketball early on. This is the season when early on in the season some of the national pundits were saying, like, yeah, they got 3 guys, but they don't have anybody else in this team. Well, that has been soundly disproved here over the course of the season. Eddie House, who actually averaged 11 points per game in 13 games with Charlotte back in the 04 season, hitting right here, and Boston's up 11.
Today, your identity is at greater risk than ever before. You can't prevent thieves from poking around your identity, but you can stop them before they use it. Early detection is your best protection, and Identity Truth is the earliest. Check out IdentityTruth.com today with a truly free 90-day trial offer. Visit IdentityTruth.com today.
26 times this year, the Boston Celtics have had an 11-point lead in a game. They are 26-0 in those games, and they're up 11 right now with 5:55 to go in the first half. Celtic fans looking to secure tickets to sold-out Celtic games this year, discounts on the hottest Celtics merchandise, or maybe the opportunity to purchase a playoff ticket or 2. Now's your chance to join Club Green, the new official fan membership club of the Celtics. You'll receive these great benefits and a whole lot more. To find out about the new Club Green and the 2 levels of membership, please visit Celtics.com or call 866-GO-CELTICS. Get your Club Green membership and get it today.
Well, I gotta get right out there and get one of those green suits that they're. Is that a green suit I'm looking at?
That's a Tommy point right there. That's above and beyond. Perk there for the miss. 5 rebounds in the game for Perkins. Better than halfway through. Perk taking it to Wallace, kicks it back to Pierce. Pierce, nope. Long rebound. Wallace wins the race to it. Celtics got a 10-point lead here. Pierce is scoreless in the game.
Yeah, only played 7 minutes and took two shots.
Okafor, nicely done off the glass.
I don't know how he got that one.
Yep. Looking for somebody, wants to go to Pierce, and nice defense by Richardson. 3 seconds on the clock. Tony got it off, did he? Well, I guess he did. Rebound Richardson. Rajon Rondo is going to come back in with 4:35 to go in the half. Wallace trying to find something on the baseline, and does. Didn't seem to be a lot of daylight there, but he found it, and the 11-point lead is down to 6. Eddie House, clean look. Rebound to Wallace. Gets it quickly to McGinnis. Felton, wow, if he picked up Felton, just went right to the basket, gave it to Okafor. Sam Vincent looking for a 3-point play that he's not going to get, as he complains to 2 different officials, but Doc is going to take a timeout off this 7-0 run by the Charlotte Bobcats. As we said, the Bobcats have been tough. They hang around in games, and that's exactly what they're doing with 3:54 to go in the half. 24 brought to you by TD Bank North, the official bank of the Boston Celtics. Let's go to our DCU sideline reporter, Greg Dickerson.
Mike, we've seen the Celtics lead almost slip away. Doc Rivers telling his guys, you know, we were rolling when you were kicking it down low and playing on the post, doing pick and roll. Now we're just settling for Jays, and jumped all over his team for their transition defense. He said everybody's going to get back. He said to Tony Allen, don't just get back into a spot. You got to find the open man when you get back in the transition defense.
Garnett goes away from the double team, can't hit the shot. Rebound kept alive momentarily by Perk. Wallace has got another one. 4-point game. Felton. McGinnis will take it. Make it. 35-33. James Posey coming back in a moment.
I think it's going to give Tony Allen a breather.
Kevin Garnett is charged with the foul, setting the screen. That's the second on Garnett. Picked up that first one the first minute of the game. Here comes Posey and Allen out.
On a very weak call. Let's see what he does here. Oh, that's awful. That was awful.
Wallace taking his time. Wow. Raymond Felton from the corner, and 12 straight points here. And it's 36-35. Charlotte. Home folks getting a little antsy. Celtics down to 8 in the shot clock. Posey, a deep 3. Rebound taken to the corner by Richardson.
They had an illegal defense that time. They never called it out.
Strong move to the bucket by Wallace along the baseline, and it's a 3-point Charlotte lead at 38-35. 14-0 the run here by the Bobcats. That has not happened to the Celtics too often in this building.
2 minutes to play in the quarter.
Charlotte shooting 50% for the game. Foul before the shot, and it's on McGinnis. It's the second on McGinnis. Tony Allen's rest is a brief one. Kevin Garnett, though, is going to sit down with 1:55 to go in the half. Garnett with 2 fouls.
Yeah, 2 cheap fouls. 2 very poor fouls on Kevin Garnett.
Carroll is back in, and McGinnis is out.
Tony Allen replaces Kevin Garnett.
You know, when you flop on the road, They're going to double Pierce.
Pierce the pull up for 2.
Yeah, and he just worked his way out of the double team, got within his range, and went over the top of Wallace. Richardson.
Pierce 1 for 4 in the game. Boston back to within 1. Need to stop right here with 1.5 minutes to go in the half. Carroll picked off by Perkins. Rondo is 1 on 3. Pierce doesn't hesitate. Rebound Okafor. Just the 3rd rebound for Okafor in the game. But his club has the ball in a 1-point lead here. And they'll take it down probably under a minute on this possession. Richardson fouled before the shot. Tony Allen the foul. That's the first in the last 2 minutes, so there will be no free throws. 14 seconds on the shot clock and 1:06 to go. And Tony Allen's going to have to get out of the game with his 3rd personal foul. Brian Scalabrine rushes to the scorer's table. And so Scalabrine will cover Wallace, and Posey will move on to Richardson. Rondo, the near steal on Felton. They get it in the hands of Carroll. Pierce there to defend. Carroll got in trouble with the dribble. Richardson now. Tough shot. Look out. A 3 for Jason Richardson as he ended up in the first row after he took it. And it's a 4-point Charlotte lead. That's the biggest lead of the game, and that's going to be a foul on Richardson.
Well, a little acting goes both ways, I'll tell you. That was a nice act by Paul Pierce, but they've been flopping all over the place. There's a terrific shot by Richardson. This kid has really got his game going, and has for an awful long time. Why they ever let him get out of Golden State is beyond me, because he and that whole crew just fit like a glove.
Stick around for the McDonald's halftime report with Gary and Donnie. Breakdown of tonight's first half. A little Patriots Jaguar preview. Paul Pierce with that free throw now, the all-time leading scorer against Charlotte. McDonald's halftime coming your way at the half now. Final minute. Here's a break. Celtics get it back with a chance to tie the 8th turnover for Sam Vincent's team. Wallace not happy. Rondo trying to explode to the basket again. Offensive foul is called.
This Kenny Mauer is getting really bad. Really bad. Watch this. Really bad.
Final 30 seconds.
Is he supposed to be the lead official?
He is the lead official.
What a... They better reevaluate lead officials.
Wallace blocking foul on Scalabrine. That's the first on Scal, and the Celtics are over the limit now, so we'll have free throws with 16.8 on the clock.
Now Kenny Mauer, he's leaving a lot to be desired here.
Wallace knocks it down. Lead goes to 3, 42-39. And a 20-second timeout is taken by Doc Rivers here with 16.8 on the clock. Wallace will have 1 more free throw. Let's take a look at tonight's official league leaders. They're brought to you by TD Bank North, the official bank of the Boston Celtics. Longest win streaks in the NBA this season. The surprising Portland Trailblazers. Did he say Trailblazers? He did that.
Twelve.
It's those Trailblazers. They are surprising. The Pistons were at 11, and the Celtics twice at 9, and that's where they sit right now, trying to get up into double digits. 1986 in March was the last time when Bill Walton was crashing the glass that the Celtics had a 10-game win streak.
Steal by Bird. Crashes.
I want to listen to that play-by-play underneath. Who's that? Who is that guy?
Rebound away from Bull. Down and out to Walton. Is he there? Yep.
Bill Walton running the floor, and that's the last time. 20 for Bill in that game. I talk to Bill about once a week.
You do?
I do, yeah. We chat about who's playing well in the league. He tells me his thoughts. I tell him mine. He's a good guy, Bill.
Oh, yeah.
I listen more than I talk with Bill.
You do?
Yeah,
You are a good listener.
Thank you.
I mean, everybody talks to you.
Thank you.
I mean, you get more information than most humans would in 1 hour than most humans get in a lifetime.
Thank you. Final 10 seconds here of the half. Blocking foul on Gerald Wallace. And Celtics going to get some free throws out of that. Scal's going to come back in the game for the final 3.2. James Posey will step to the free throw line. James, first trip there tonight. He's got 4 rebounds in the game, 2 points on 1 of 3 shooting. Has struggled the last 5 games from beyond the arc after a great start. .43-40. Sam Vincent, of course, who played for the Celtics briefly, has really paid his coaching dues. Has literally coached all over the world. .3 seconds to get something off, and they're going to get a pretty good shot off, it would appear. Can't get off much better than that. Score the bucket from Richardson, who goes the length of the floor and gets a layup. Well, it's only the 7th time the Celtics have trailed at the half, and just the 2nd time at home. We told you the Bobcats were tough. They played Boston really tough first time. They've done it again here tonight, 45-41. We're at the half. Tonight's triple half first half replay. Tonight's triple A first half replay is brought to you by AAA, your license to save. To join, go to AAA.com. Just the 2nd time this year at home, the Celtics find themselves down at the half. 45-41 is our halftime score. Charlotte shooting around 53%. Tom, what do you think?
Well, I think the Celtics had a disjointed offense there, and nobody knew who was supposed to do what. And they lost the attack portion of their offense.
Too many days off between games?
Could have been, but they also lost the boards. They controlled the boards very nicely in the first quarter, and all of a sudden they let that slip away. And it wasn't so much for lack of hustle, but they were fighting each other 2 or 3 times. And they came up with offensive rebounds and putbacks because of the non-talking. So the Celtics right now have got to pick up the energy and really got to dig down deep.
Greg, what do the coaches have to say?
Mike, coaches making some adjustments defensively at the half. As Tom Thibodeau said, they were kind of cross-matching on defense as they weren't getting back quickly enough in transition. So they made a couple of adjustments at halftime that hopefully would work that out a little bit. But the biggest thing, and you heard me mention that Doc Rivers said this to his club late in the first half, you got to get back in transition defense, got to do a better job of that. Also, coaches feeling the defensive intensity just not there, and they want to pound the ball inside more on the offensive end of the floor.
The Bobcats pounded inside to Okafor. He misses wildly with the shot. It's tipped out of bounds, and it's going to be Kenny Mauer's looking for help. It's going to be Boston ball. The halftime stats are brought to you by Ace Ticket. For Boston's best seats, call aceticket.com at 1-800-MY-SEATS. There's that 53% shooting number for Charlotte. and a 26-16 advantage in the paint. The Celtics didn't have any points at all in the paint in that second quarter. 0.
Well, they're going to try and remedy that right here.
KG.
And they do.
Wallace hard to the hoop, and KG was back there. And now KG's the first big guy down the floor at the other end.
Well, you see what the attack offense did that time. They almost got a layup out of it.
Rondo. Garnett.
Well, there's fire in their eyes.
Certainly in Kevin Garnett's. He's 6 of 11, but there's always fire in Kevin Garnett's eyes. 13 points for Garnett. He is tied with Richardson as the game's leading scorer. Boston's back to a 45 all-time. Richardson buries a jumper.
Pierce was trying to deny Richardson the ball, and Richardson did a great job of setting Pierce up off the pick.
Perk for 2.
There you go. They end up with Wallace on a big guy. You got to take advantage of that. Either Garnett's going to be open or Perk. Now, Perk did not play a lot in the second quarter, and that's why they lost the boards.
Richardson, good defense on the part of Pierce. Again, a strip by Tony Allen. Loose ball to Rondo. Ahead to Pierce. Nicely done. The foul will get Tony Allen to the line. Again, Pierce unselfish and finding Allen.
Well, that's what you want to do. You don't want to put your head down and charge into a guy. They're going to get something out of this. It was a 3-on-2, and Pierce made the correct pass as Rondo really had the attention. Watch the steal by Tony Allen right off the knee, and up comes Rondo.
Tony Allen's 4 for 4 at the line. 8-2 Boston run here to retake the lead at 49-47. Mike Gorman, Tom Heinsohn, Greg Dickerson, happy you're aboard here as the Celtics look to make it 10 in a row.
Pierce is really working hard on defense.
Wallace deep. Long rebound. Tracked down by Felton. Gets it quickly to Richardson, who buries another one.
Well, they thought they had a layup. Pierce took off, and if they'd come up with the missed shot, Pierce got a layup.
Perkins, big size advantage on Wallace. Pierce lets the man go by, kicks it to Tony Allen, tees up a 3. It's well short, and taken off the bounce by McGinnis. Richardson. Wow.
Pierce flat out got beat that time. They swung the ball, and Pierce had him going one way, and they went the other way.
Tony Allen loses the handle. Richardson fouled by Tony Allen, who was trying to get it back. That's the 4th foul on Tony Allen. That's going to get James Posey into the game.
Now take a look at the Richardson hoop as Pierce was playing it one way and just overran it. But they are making good swings of the ball and catching people with the white uniforms behind the play.
Perkins all over Okafor. Richardson just trying to find some daylight to shoot it. He knows he's hot. Wallace lays it down underneath, and we've got a 3-second violation on Okafor. That is the 10th turnover for the Bobcats. Celtics have turned it over 7 times. Pierce steps into a 3. Nope. Rebound Perkins. Trying to get by Okafor on the baseline, and Okafor will pick up the foul. 7th rebound of the night for Perk.
Perk is going to be a mighty important player in this game because he's the guy that's really going to keep people down inside, and that's how the Celtics are going to end up with Garnett being defended by a small guy. They're playing a little zone defense. They're doubling Garnett before the catch.
It just looks over the top, back outside. Posey will try one and make a three.
Good kick out. They're surrounding the big guys. And what they're doing right now is gambling themselves will not hit the threes.
Okafor inside. Perkins the block.
I'll tell you, that's a timing point. That was a sensational play by Perk.
He's the trailer. Goes to Garnett. Garnett over Okafor for two.
Up quick. Get it before they get their defense set. Look inside. One-on-one for Garnett if they do it quick enough.
And Charlotte's going to take a timeout. 7-11 to go in the third. We got a good one going at the TD Bank North Garden. Celtics up by 2 on Comcast Sportsnet. We're back in a 2-point game, 7-11 to go in the third. Barrett's Ale House in Fall River, Massachusetts is the scene as the Celtics take on the New Jersey Nets. A viewing party, Celtic dancers will be there. Lucky's going to be around. Dana Barros will be on hand. A best dressed fan contest. It's all coming up January 11th at 6:30 at Barrett's Ale House in Fall River, Mass. For more information on the road rally, as well as information on how you can win your chance to play basketball on the parquet, it's all courtesy of Miller Lite. Log on to Celtics.com. Miller Lite, an official sponsor of the Boston Celtics. Posey attacking the point guard, McGinnis. Rondo and Felton. Richardson passed up a shot, now takes it and makes another.
Well, he's running the baseline off of 2 picks. And it's a tough job for Pierce to catch up in time, and the timing of the play for Richardson is just absolutely perfect.
He's got 22 points right now on 10 of 15 shooting. Perk looking to do something with Okafor. Okafor equal to the task. Perk again. Garnett comes up with the offensive board. Celtics a fresh clock. Pierce thought about a 3. Now they'll reset their offense.
That was not a good play by the Celtics. The mismatch was Garnett being defended by Wallace.
Rondo lost it.
Yeah, he had the man beat. He tried to do that fancy move, the cuff move, and it didn't work.
Tied at 54, 6:18 to go third. Celtics looking for their 10th straight win.
Hey, what we got? What we got?
7 on the shot clock. Richardson, he is the hot hand. Double teamed, has to give it up. And McGinnis couldn't get it off. Excellent defensive stand by the Celtics.
I'll tell you, the Celtics have fire in their eyes right now. This is what's going to win the game. Just exactly what they did on that Charlotte possession. Dig down deep and move it.
Nazir Mohammed trying to get back into the game for Charlotte, but he won't get in this whistle. Same thing for Matt Carroll. Pierce, nice pass, better pass. Oh, good block by Okafor, but a foul's called. Nice ball movement by the Celtics. Terrific effort by Okafor, but he's whistled for his 3rd foul.
Well, here's the pick and roll. Pierce comes off, then goes Perk, and hold on to it, gets it to. Oh, that was on the arm. He hit him on the arm. He's on the bench, so Nazir Mohammed, who played very effectively in 8 minutes, had 6 points and 4 rebounds.
Tonight's bonus code is brought to you by IdentityTruth.com. Early detection is your best protection against identity theft. IdentityTruth.com.
But there's going to be a mismatch. Whoever Wallace is guarding, that's who gets the ball down low. That's the way it should work out.
Celtics go back up by 2, 56-54. Celtics are 12 of 13 at the free throw line. Charlotte is 3 of 6.
Interesting. They have Posey playing Felton.
Muhammad from 2 and a foul.
Well, that's what I'm telling you. This guy is going to sneak in here and all of a sudden become a hero. Look at the smile on his face. Nice play.
Garnett comes down with a miss. 6 rebounds in the game for Garnett. Celtics get it to him. Faces up, gets double teamed. Pierce, KG steps into it and rattles that one home.
That's the way. That's a nice play by Pierce and Garnett.
Posey with the miss, loops it to Rondo.
There's a mismatch right there.
Pierce for 3. Taken down by Wallace. Gets it quickly ahead to Felton.
And Posey's going to stay with Felton. That's a good move. Overpower him with size.
Felton, gets it back to Muhammad, and Muhammad's got a chance for another 3-point play.
Well, the man that's supposed to be picking up is the roll man is like 3 counts too late. And it's really Rondo that should have been there and anticipating that play. They're looking for that roll man. They have done it several times, and the Celtics, that came right out of the scouting report. The last couple of games, the Celtics have had troubles with that pick and roll play.
3rd foul on Rondo. Charlotte goes back up by 1 here with about 4 minutes, 25 seconds to go in the 3rd. Posey from the corner. That's his 2nd 3.
Well, it'll be nice if he heated up.
10 points off the bench for James. Boston goes back up a deuce.
Well, Wallace did the same thing that Garnett did.
Felton misses a jumper. Pierce and Perkins combine for the rebound.
Well, they almost lost another
Up to
rebound.
Posey, another 3 that's partially blocked. Felton, nice move with the dribble. Oh, heck of a layup by Felton. Over the top, KG. He gets hammered from behind by either Wallace or Muhammad. Wallace put his hand up.
You absolutely have to keep your eye on that matchup because Wallace is going to play one of the big guys, and that's the guy you got to take advantage of. And the Celtics picked it up immediately. And Garnett will get to the line. How many fouls on Wallace now?
2.
2. How many team fouls? 4.
KG has been getting to the line more and more of late over the last 6 games, averaging 7 free throw attempts a game. Through the first 26, he was only getting to the line 4 times a game. Has always played well against Charlotte. And he's playing well here tonight. 21 points. Richardson's the high scorer in the game with 22. Felton able to get it to Wallace in the corner. Garnett runs at him. Airmailed by Wallace, but the follow goes down.
That's a pure hustle play.
Yeah, Felton 63 apiece as we approach 3 minutes to go in the 3rd. Wallace with the steal at half court.
But I want to tell you something. I don't like what I just saw. You throw the ball away. You don't stand in the back court. You go track it down. This whole team would be on the bench right now because of that.
Rondo, no. KG trying to follow Camp. Rondo in the thick of it, but Matt Carroll comes away with it. Pierce steals it. Up ahead, Rondo. Boston's 4 on 2. And Kevin Garnett's going to get to the line. And we're going to get ourselves a timeout. 2 minutes, 29 seconds left to go. We're in the third. The Celtics have got their hands full with the Bobcats. They trail by 2. Back in a 2-point game, 2:29 to go here in the third. Charlotte has got the lead. Comcast Sportsnet brings you the most football coverage in all New England as the Patriots travel the road to perfection. Join Michael Felger tonight after Celtics post-game live for a special hour-long show that has Christian, I blew your last name, Michael Hawley, Brian Paldener, Fred Smirlis, and Steve Diossi. A report from Jacksonville and a whole lot more. It's all from Foxborough to the Super Bowl in Phoenix. Comcast Sportsnet has you covered on the road to perfection tonight after the game. Here's a guy whose name I know, Greg Dickerson.
It's okay if you blow Fourier. Just make sure you get Heinsohn right.
Yes.
Okay, that's
important. That's
I'm sorry,
very
Christian.
important.
You get that one wrong, you're in a lot of trouble.
Thank you.
Hey, when we were in Charlotte with the Celtics back on November 24th, we saw Jared Dudley get the start for the injured Gerald Wallace and played particularly well. Went 40 minutes, almost had a double-double, 11 points, 9 rebounds. But it's a real different story for the rookie out of Boston College since then. Gotten DNPs in 5 of his last 8 games. And I talked to him before the game, and he admitted, it's really the first time in my career, pro or college, that I've been frustrated because I feel I can help the team. But Sam Vincent told him he wants to go with more of a veteran lineup. I think they're really making a chase at one of the final couple playoff spots. Also told him that they thought they put a little too much pressure on him, asking him to start games earlier in the year. Got 4 starts early on, but I'll tell you again, he looked very sharp for those who did not see that game down in Charlotte in November.
Yeah, he did play very well in that game. And this team has 21 of 29 games on the road starting at the end of this month. So at 12 and 21 coming in tonight, they need to get some wins if they're going to consider themselves a playoff pretender. Kevin Garnett's got 14 points in this third quarter, which is why the Celtics are still in the game. Wallace forces the issue. Perkins the rebound. And Boston a chance to take the lead back as we'll go under 2 minutes in the quarter on this possession.
Well, there was a rebound and people taking off, and now the Celtics going to walk it up the floor. This is a place where they should go right now. Right at Richardson Pierce.
Pierce will shoot over. Nope. Mohammed with the miss. Foul called on Perkins outside as he got a piece of felt on the way by. That's just the first on Perk. Let's take a look at tonight's legal seafood trivia question. If it isn't fresh, it isn't legal. The Charlotte Bobcats are the 18th expansion team in NBA history. Name the other 17. No, that's not the answer. What team was the first expansion team in NBA history? We'll have that answer for you coming up. That's our legal seafood trivia question. Mohammed 2 on the shot clock, and he got Perk in the air.
Well, that was a nifty move. Well, when you're playing team defense, there's Perk trying to move him out, and Nazi a little dribble, a little up fake, and second foul on Perk. Well, right now they got 38 points in the paint for Charlotte and 18 for the Celtics.
Oh, that's a bad sign.
He made a free throw.
It hit the back rim, went about 6 feet in the air.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah, one of those.
One of those.
Yeah, you can see this team is the second worst in the NBA at the line, and Mohammed's no bargain. He's a 57% free throw shooter, and he comes away with his own miss. And nice tip in by Richardson, who holding his back as he runs up the floor. Richardson seems to be hurt.
And a foul in the backcourt by Nazi Muhammad, so the Celtics didn't get a shot.
Richardson is in some pain at the moment. And he says, no, I don't want to come out.
Well, they just made a super play here. They come up with the rebound, and here is a tip.
So Perk is going to be at the line shooting 2 here with the Celtics down by 3, 1:17 to go in the third.
Well, I don't know why he shouldn't have a pain in the back. He's been a pain in our butt.
Yes, indeed. Indeed. Do you know that I didn't know this. Dick Light just handed me this note. Did you know that Perk has become the Rasheed Wallace of the East here? He leads the Eastern Conference in technical fouls.
Really?
Yeah.
How many
I never would
got?
have guessed it. 6. I never would have guessed that. So he's got to be careful out there. We're going to stay right here. 68-65, a minute 15 to go in the third. Boston trailing by 3. They trailed at the half here tonight. Let's take a look at tonight's Kia card. It's presented by Kia Motors. Kia, the power to surprise. Jason Richardson, a back-to-back slam dunk winner in 2002, 2003, an NCAA title while playing at Michigan State. And again, came over for the #1 draft pick, a #1 draft pick, not the #1 draft pick, a #1 draft pick, and the big kid out of North Carolina was taken by Golden State with that pick. Let's take a look at Kevin Garnett in this quarter. He's had 14 points and is the reason the Celtics are still in this game.
Yeah, he's been the guy, and there is Okafor who can't stop him. He gets the fall away to go. And here's a good block on the man Wallace driving, as is looking for the easy jumper on the up quick. And here, once again, is the fall away. So he's getting his job done. Right now, Pierce has got to get going. He's 1 for 9 from the field. Celtics are shooting 41% to their 52%. And I may give myself a tummy point tonight.
That's a nice sign right there.
It
That
is.
took some effort right there.
Yes, it is. It's so well made. Look at that.
It looks like they're putting some ice or something on Jason Richardson's back.
Well, he's out now. And
Jared Dudley.
Yeah, the guy that they're just talking about.
If Greg talks about you, then you end up in the game.
That must be a magic.
Kind of works that way.
Something that Greg is a master of.
Brian Scalabrine is going to come in for the Celtics here. If we get a whistle. Wallace, Posey trailing him. Wallace takes it, makes it.
Gerald Wallace.
It is a 5-point
Charlotte lead. They got Dudley on Pierce now. You got to go to Pierce.
Pierce goes right to the basket. Offensive foul. No. Yes, offensive foul on Pierce. Third on Pierce.
They cleared a side for Pierce, and there's everybody in the world getting ready to pick him up.
He was there.
Boy, you got to get Pierce coming off picks. Get him looks. Give him that 10-foot jump shot over Dudley. Pierce is trying to work his way down there and also get to the free throw line.
9-2 run by Charlotte here to take this 5-point lead. Carroll, a runner, no. Rebound, Posey gets it quickly to House. Wallace there to slow him down. Ahead to Posey.
Oh, Pierce was there. Pierce is down there. Get him the ball. There you go.
Eddie House. Rebound to Carroll. Look at that, 26-2.
Yep.
Since the first quarter in the paints. Felt too easy. There's a lot of uncontested jump shots being shot by the Bobcats here. Celtics with an inbounds violation or an out-of-bounds violation. Take your pick.
Well, this is a disjointed effort by the Celtics right now.
It really is. We haven't had one of these this year.
Yeah.
We really haven't.
Well, there's 1.1 on the clock.
Carroll. It's going to come up short. And the Celtics are going to have to come from 7 down if the winning streak is going to get to 10. Charlotte had one taken away back in November down in Charlotte when they got real stupid at the end of the game. They've been pretty smart here tonight, and they lead by 7. You're watching the Celtics on Comcast Sportsnet. Welcome back, everyone. A shot of that's Harvard Square, I believe. We're in Boston, Massachusetts, and the Celtics, for the first time this year, find themselves trailing as we enter the fourth quarter. I'm Mike Gorman, along with Tom Heinsohn and Greg Dickerson. Boston down 72-65 with 12 minutes of basketball left to play.
Well, you know what I saw? This Charlotte team won, and they are in a rhythm in their ball game. And right now, the Celtics, after a couple of days off, are really not with it. And this is the guy that they really got to go to.
Brian Scalabrine. Back out to Eddie House. In and out. Taken down by Dudley.
Yeah, everybody fell back. One guy on the boards, one and done. That isn't going to do it.
Stats through 3 are brought to you by Ace Ticket. For the best seats to any Boston event, call aceticket.com at 1-800-MY-SEATS. I might have said for the first time this year, actually the first time at home this year, the Celtics find themselves trailing as they enter the fourth quarter. Felton's going to take it. Pollard comes away with it off the floor. Pollard is out there with Pierce, Posey, House, and Scalabrine. Pierce to the corner, Scal back to Eddie House. Pollard's going to set a screen on Carroll. Posey dances behind the line. Pierce's hands with 9 on the shot clock. A little pull-up goes.
That's the move. That's the shot for Pierce. Nobody's going to stop him. Even Richardson can't stop that. Dudley backed off. He's the guy that's got to carry the load right now.
Pierce 2 for 10, but 1 for 1 here in the fourth quarter. Felton's pass. Dudley finds Wallace. Wallace is going to take a 3. Oh, and he banked it home.
Yeah, and he looks like he knew what he was doing, too. Give me a break.
75-67. Largest lead for Charlotte of the night. It is 8. Pierce trying to beat Dudley baseline. Does, and will get to the free throw line.
Well, before Richardson got back in there, they tried to take advantage of Dudley, so Pierce has got to be the man. You got to climb on Pierce's back right now. He's the guy that has got the moves, even against Richardson. And it isn't a bad idea to make Richardson start playing some defense as hot as he's been offensively.
Let's check in with Greg.
As you can well imagine, it was a pretty fired up Charlotte Bobcats team in between the third and fourth quarter. Sam Vincent telling his guys repeatedly, we're going to win this game, but you guys have got to stay aggressive, and keep pushing the basketball up the floor.
Where did I hear that before?
Pierce 3 of 4 now at the line. 75-68. Muhammad looking for a cutter. There he is, knocked away by Eddie House, picked off by Pierce. Over to Scal. Scalabrine off the bounce.
Get it up the floor! Look up the floor! Run! Hustle! Attack!
Sam Vincent has seen all of Scal he wants to see. He calls a timeout. 10 minutes straight up to go in the game. Boston back to within 5. Lots of time left here at the TD Bank North Garden. Celtics trailing by 5. 10 minutes to go. Verizon Wireless postgame concert series continues on Monday, January 14th, with 2-time Grammy-nominated Plain White Tees. Go to Celtics.com and sign up for a chance to win tickets for the game and the concert and meet and greet the band. Verizon Wireless, an official partner of the Boston Celtics.
Good things happen if you're going to rush it up the floor. There's Eddie House, gets it to Scal. The defense overruns Scalabrine, and there's the redhead. Nice push right there as Muhammad went out and way out of his range for defense, and they paid a price. Now the Celtics need some more aggressive defense.
Posey stays on the point guard. Eddie House has got Felton, who was trying to post him up underneath and couldn't. They get it to Wallace on Scalabrine. Before the shot, the foul is going to be on Scal. No, it's on Posey. It's his third.
Well, the Celtics got to find some offense here, and Kevin Durant's got to get back in this game.
Celtics can get to 3. Pierce sends it to Eddie House.
Too late.
Looking to get it back to Pierce. They do. Pierce got it. Richardson there defensively. Pierce to Pollard. And it's tipped out of bounds. 9 seconds for the Celtics on the shot clock.
They're making bad passes into Pierce on the post.
Kevin Garnett continues to watch. Pierce with 7 on the clock. Gets a screen. He's going to take it. Scout tried to keep it alive, but Wallace came away with the rebound. Charlotte the ball, the 5-point lead. They'll take it under 9 minutes this possession.
Now Garnett's off the bench, ready to come back in for Pollard.
Wallace inside. Mohammed, who has all of the points off the bench. 14 points for Mohammed. That's the entire production of the Charlotte bench tonight.
Well, the Celtics have not paid attention to him.
Eddie House. Nope. Rebound taken down by Felton. Nice job by Felton to get that rebound away from Posey. Tony Allen with 4 fouls is also going to come back into the game. McGinnis. Mohammed. Rebound Pierce. Quickly to House. Thrown away. Richardson. Foul is going to be on Eddie House. Into the game come Garnett and Tony Allen. Scalabrini will sit down, so will Pollard.
Yeah, there were 2 trailers coming up the floor. And the worst thing you can do if you're going to try and pass the ball to a trailer is pass it to him laterally. You got to pass it behind your defender so that your defender cannot deflect the ball. That was classic bad pass to a trailer.
Numbers for Richardson tonight. Last 9 games averaging 28 a game, and he's had 3 30-point plus efforts in that stretch. Let's answer tonight's Legal Seafood Trivia question. What team was the very first expansion team? Do you remember where it was?
I would say Baltimore or Chicago.
Chicago, you got it. The Chicago Packers.
Yep.
That franchise is now the Washington Wizards.
And then they moved down to Baltimore.
Remember, if it isn't fresh, it isn't legal. 9, the Bobcat lead. That is their largest lead.
That's where Don Nelson played originally.
With the Packers.
Yeah.
I like the Packers this weekend.
You do?
Another steal, this time by Wallace. Eddie House has got it. Pierce. The House. Inside Garnett. The double team comes. Eddie House misses. Rebound by Mohammed.
They're playing an out-and-out zone, and anytime it goes inside, they're quickly going down to Garnett. So the Celtics have not solved it.
And Doc has seen enough. 7:08 left to go in the game. They are fired up on the Charlotte bench, and why not? A 6-0 run has them up 11. You're watching the Celtics on Comcast Sportsnet.
Your identity is at greater risk than ever before, and it's much more than just your credit information. Early detection is your best protection, and Identity Truth is the earliest. Check out identitytruth.com today with a truly free 90-day trial offer. No credit card required. Just visit identitytruth.com today.
Well, good action here by Wallace. Watch the drive, and then as they try to close him down, he finds Nazi Muhammad, and then now watch Richardson underneath on Pierce, and he's been roaming that baseline and beating Pierce to the spot off of picks, single picks, double picks. Right. And the Celtics, when the man picks up the ball, the point guard in essence, once he picks it up, you got to get all over him so he can't make that easy type pass.
Good night for Jason Richardson. Not a very good night for Governor Richardson. Not a good night for him.
Well, we're going to see.
Pierce, that'll get him back. Celtics are 4 of 18 from beyond the arc. Pierce is 1 of 7.
Yeah, and they have commanded. Look at this underneath.
Over the top, Pierce. 7th rebound for Paul. Back the other way, kicks it. Tony Allen off the bounce. Sends it out deep. Posey misses a 3. Rondo's got it. Garnett on the cut to Tony Allen. Tries to dish a pass back, and Felton picked it up. 14 Boston turnovers. They trail by 8 here with 6 to go. Still plenty of time. Need some stops. Richardson.
Well, he is just on fire.
13 of 19.
There's no shutting him down tonight. He's going to go. When they get on the airplane, he's still going to be red hot. They might have to delay the flight. Watch this. I mean, Pierce is right there, right on the shooting hand. That's confidence right there.
Pierce gets a screen from Garnett, takes it hard to the basket, count it, and a chance for a 3-point play.
Well, that's what you want to do, just what Pierce did. They've been trying to make something happen, and here Pierce loses his man off the Garnett pick, and Nazir Muhammad, lackluster attempt at a steal or something.
4th foul on Muhammad. Pierce looking for the 3-point play, and more importantly, trying to make it a 7-point game.
Well, this is the guy you got to ride to a win tonight. This is one of those games that Pierce has got to put this team on his offensive shoulders.
Pierce with 9 points in the 4th quarter after Kevin Garnett carried the team in the 3rd. Ten in the shot clock. Here is the hot man, Richardson. Whistle and a foul on Pierce, his 4th.
Well, I got to see this one. I got blocked out. Pierce certainly didn't think he fouled them. Now watch this.
Tough call at that moment. Richardson knocks down the free throw. Tonight's Boston Celtic game brought to you in part by Southwest Airlines. It's the official airline of the NBA and your Boston Celtics. 31 and counting for Jason Richardson. This is where Charlotte has stumbled. They have been not able to hold on to leads in the 4th quarter of games. Can't finish games off. See what the Celtics can do about that. Tony Allen kicks it. Pierce.
Oh, get lost, Kenny Mauer. Oh, wow. This place is erupting on Kenny Mauer. A lot of unhappy people about Kenny, who's
good defense there by Pierce on Richardson. They give it back to him. Pierce, terrific defense on Richardson. Nearly made the shot, but Muhammad gets the offensive board and puts it down. 16 on 7 of 10 shooting for Nazir Muhammad. And the Bobcats lead by 11, and time starting to become a major factor in this game. Rondo has his floater batted away by Wallace. Wallace, oh, nice defense by Tony Allen.
Watch this block by Wallace as.
Watch the play on this end.
Yeah, watch Tony Allen just
look at that.
Take it away from him.
Just two hands right on the ball. Charlotte gets the inbound. Richardson gives it up to McGinnis. They come the other side to Felton. Richardson gets it with 5 on the clock. Richardson just makes a wish. Rebound controlled momentarily by Perkins. It's going to be Boston ball. But the Celtics now have to score every possession here. And they got to come up with some stops. They trail by 11.
And you know what? They don't even know where to go right now. They're really disjointed. And Doc is trying to direct them. There is the move.
Inside to Perk.
There you go. There's a small guy that's going to pick Perkins up. Whoever the small man is defending, get under the basket, just like they did.
Kevin Garnett believes the Celtics are still in this game. Garnett covering Wallace. Inside, Mohammed again.
Oh, that's too easy.
18 points for Nazi Mohammed, 8 of 11 from the floor.
Yeah, and so many pick and roll plays that went uncontested. It's hard to believe.
Foul is going to be on McGinnis.
Watch the pick and roll now. They come off. 2 guys jump on the 2 big guys, and nobody down on the baseline rotates down to even contest the play. And you're trying to play your perimeter shooters, and they haven't really showed that they're knocking down threes.
Rondo got it. 3-possession game, 3 minutes to go. Critical stop. Deflected by Garnett. Richardson the loose ball. Still time. 6 on the shot clock. McGinnis heaves one. Rebound to Rondo. Garnett running the floor. They throw it away.
And he got held for crying out loud.
We are going to get ourselves a timeout. 2 minutes, 28 seconds on the clock. Charlotte the ball and a 9-point lead.
Tonight's Boston Celtics game was brought to you in part by Southwest Airlines, by your New England Ford dealers, by TD Bank North, by Supercuts, by Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, and by Foxwoods Resort Casino.
We're back in the 9-point game, 2:28 left to go. We are in the 4th. Hey, you can go behind the green on Celtics Now. Donnie Marshall and Laura Benke get Celtic fans closer to the action than ever before with exclusive interviews, fan emails, plays of the week, and much, much more. Celtics Now, Tuesday at 7:30, only on Comcast Sportsnet.
Well, how can you miss this play here? This is ridiculous that this isn't called and the ball goes out of bounds. Watch what happens. There is the man holding Garnett. Now look him pull Garnett right in front of the official. No call.
The crowd trying to fire up the Celtics. They trail by 9. It is Charlotte basketball. 2 minutes, 28 seconds to go. Garnett at half court. Wallace drives. Garnett the block. Rondo picks up the loose ball. Perkins goes back and sets the screen. Celtics have to score every possession. Final 2 in the game. Pierce. Oh, a picking foul is called.
I got to tell you, there's no way the Celtics are going to win this game the way this game is being officiated. Let's see this.
Foul is on Perkins.
No way.
Richardson. Sends it to the corner. Another opportunity. Trailing by 9. Back to Pierce. Thought about the 3. Goes to Posey instead. Celtics need 3s here. Perkins inside to Garnett. Garnett trying to get one the old-fashioned way. We'll get 2 at the line with 1:20 to go.
Now this is over the top. There's the small guy trying to guard Garnett, and that's been happening. As soon as Muhammad moves out on somebody, one of the big men is going to be open with a small man.
So Garnett is just wired.
Well,
Celtics huge advantage at the free throw line, 19 of 23 to 9 of 14 for Charlotte. That's out of bounds. That's Boston ball. And Doc wants a timeout. He'll take a full timeout. We will stay right here with 1:19 left to go in the game. Celtics down 89-81 with the ball. Chance to remind you, tonight's Celtic game is brought to you by Legal Seafoods. If it isn't fresh, it isn't legal. Let's take a look at tonight's tough play of the game. It's brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Visit them at newenglandford.com. Jason Richardson, a big night.
Yeah, and he's just had everything going his way. He's 13 for 21 from the field. Inside plays, perfect timing to get loose down underneath the basket. And watch this, comes from out of nowhere, gets the tip. Inside once again on the baseline cut. Pull-up jumpers are going with regularity. So this is the man that's propelled the Bobcats into this 8-point lead.
That's our tough play of the game, brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Don't forget to stick around for New England Ford dealers Celtics postgame live. Gary and Donnie in the studio. Tommy, Greg, and I here at the Garden. Doc's press conference, player interviews, the Tommy Award. It's all coming up on the New England Ford dealers postgame live.
You know, this is going to be a tough pick for the Tommy Award tonight.
Yeah, it will be a tough pick.
I may have to consult with you.
we don't want to break precedent and do something like that.
I may have to consult with you.
No. Why spoil things after all these years?
Oh, God, that.
All right, 89-81.
And they've taken 10 more shots than the Celtics. They're shooting 48%. And they haven't been marvelous from the threes, only taken 13.
Into Garnett, out to Eddie House, over to Pierce, rises up for a 3, no. Rebound loose, and Muhammad's got it, and Doc quickly up yelling foul. Nazi Muhammad, 18 points and 10 rebounds off the bench.
First in the last 2 minutes.
Well, remember Wallace before putting one off the glass? Yeah, Pierce tries to duplicate it. No soap.
Celtics not over the limit on that foul. Four on the clock. Richardson. Yikes.
He gets on that plane. That plane's going to turn into a meteor.
Yeah. Celtics use one of their final two 20-second timeouts, but this has been Jason Richardson's night. 14 of 22, 4 of 6, 34 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. And here's the latest one.
There's Pierce right with him. I mean, he's just got that whole thing going, that confidence builder. You know, when they talk about the zone, there is the zone, all right? Right there, this guy, if he were throwing a square ball up there, it would go in.
91-81 to 47 seconds to go. The Celtics win streak coming to an end, it would appear, at 9. Boston back in action Friday night in New Jersey, Saturday night in Washington. Into Pierce, over the house. Posey takes a tough three, well short. I think that Richardson's got that. And a foul is given on Felton as he gets into the forecourt with 38.2 seconds to go. Well, we have not had a game like this year, Tom, in 32 previous outings.
Yeah, this game was disjointed from the very beginning when and I attribute that really to the couple of days off, to tell you the truth. You remember the 4 games and 5 nights out on the West Coast?
Yeah.
All of a sudden you stop playing and you just, you know, you go and you play with an amount of confidence. As soon as you take a couple of days off, it's disaster because you lose your timing, particularly if you're trying to be an up-tempo team.
Rondo gets to the basket for 2.
Now, the other factor in this game is that Ray Allen didn't play, and he hit the winner, if you remember, down there.
That's right. And Glenn Davis didn't play.
Yeah.
Glenn has become a factor as Felton scoots into the forecourt and is ultimately fouled by Garnett with just under 31 seconds left on the clock.
That's his 3rd personal team number.
We have some technical fouls. And technical fouls are on Wallace and Garnett.
And number 5, Kevin Garnett.
Wallace with 15 points tonight and 9 rebounds.
Now let's see what happens here as there was a foul and somebody was trying to push him and he.
Number 13, Gabe Willett, replaces Paul.
You know, Kenny Maurer ought to leave the league. Period.
Well, here's some interesting evidence here. Dick Leip always able to come up and corroborate things that you say. 3 of the Celtics' 4 losses this year have come when they've had 2 or more days off.
Yeah.
Right? Here you go. Here you go. Proof positive that you know what you're talking about.
What, was there a down?
No,
was there ever a down?
Sometimes we like
Listen,
to have...
I've been laboring under the thing that you think I know what I'm doing. But I may be just wrong.
You may be just laboring under it.
Yeah,
maybe.
Under the wrong labor.
All right, that is going to do it here, and the Celtics winning streak comes to an end. And Boston, fortunately, will be back in action after only 1 day. Jason Richardson, really the guy tonight, as he has 34 points, 14 of 22 from the field. A very, very, very impressive job by Jason Richardson. Let's take a look at our Speedy Oil Change of the game. It's brought to you by Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your certified auto service center would have to be Nazir Mohammed, coming in off the bench and doing just a whale of a job. 18 points and 10 rebounds for Nazir Mohammed off the bench. And that's the Speedy Oil Change of the game, brought to you by Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your certified auto service center. Tonight's steal of the game is brought to you by IdentityTruth.com. Early detection, your best protection against Identity Truth. There's Gerald Wallace stepping into the lane and heading off for a loud 2. That's our IdentityTruth.com steal of the game. Tonight's player of the game is brought to you by your New England Toyota dealers. Toyota quality, you can depend on it. Has to be Jason Richardson, without a doubt. 34 points, 14 of 22 from the field, 2 for 6 from beyond the arc, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. Just a great night by Jason Richardson. The super cut of the game brought to you by Supercuts every time. How about Brian Scalabrine? Nice little ball fake right there, and then Brian takes it to the rack. That is our super cut of the game, brought to you by Supercuts every time. Stay tuned for the New England Ford Dealers post-game live. We'll have all post-game reaction, highlights, and the Tommy Award. The Celtics 9-game winning streak will just sit right there at 9 as they lose it here tonight to Charlotte, 95-83. We'll see you on the post-game show.